everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are building another build on Thistle and we're going to be building a cute little neighbourhood area. I'm going to be putting quite a few houses in this section because I just wanted to make like a cute area for all the houses basically. I love seeing cute little neighbourhoods on other people's islands, so I wanted to try one out for myself. Now before we get started though, I love it if you could like, comment and subscribe. Come and join the Jellybean family. Now let's start with today's build. So first of all, we're starting by placing down some in-game pathing, and I've decided to go with the light dirt path. I just really like how this looks with a pattern on top of it, so I will be putting some leaf pattern on top of this and hopefully it should look cute. I'm also planning out here where I'm going to be popping down all the houses that I'm going to be using in today's video, and I'm doing that by marking the areas that I'm going to pop these houses with the dirt path. So for this area, I'm actually going to be placing 4 houses. I don't think I've ever stuck 4 houses in such a small section before, so this is quite an interesting build and it was a first for me. But you can see how I'm going to be placing these buildings. Now this one here to the left, I had to extend the terraforming out just a little bit more because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to place that house there, so that wouldn't have been very good. Now I didn't bother keeping that terraforming in this video because it literally was just me doing a couple more extra lines so that I could fit the house on. Now I'm placing this lovely code on top of the dirt path and I think it looks really nice. The colours work really well together. Now this leaf code is made by the one and only Lorenxcrossing over on Instagram. He makes such amazing designs, so please go check out his account, but you can find all the MAs for everything I'm using in today's video listed in the description down below, so if you see any codes you'd like to use on your island, you'll find them down there. Okay, so now I've finished with placing the leaf code on top of the dirt path, we can start popping the villager houses down. I've decided to pop Kiki's house here, then on the opposite side of the dirt path from Kiki's house we're going to be popping down Lobo's house. In front of Kiki's house, I'm going to be placing Coco's house, and now we will be giving her some gyroids in this build. And then in front of Lobo's house, we're going to be placing Roswell's house. Now, I wasn't too sure if I was actually going to put Roswell here for sure, because I wanted to give him a separate space, but I think he'd look quite cute next to Lobo. Now that we've placed all the houses, I can put a little angled bridge just over this bit of river just here, and then the area should be complete and ready for me to build on. So after all that time travelling, everything is built and put into place where I would like it to be. And so we can start decorating. Of course, we're going to place down some trees first, and I didn't realise the gap between the dirt pathway that I'd put down and the house wasn't big enough to actually put a tree. I thought it would be, but it's okay, it's fine. We can compromise and change up our plan a little bit. Now this needed extending because I felt it just was a bit too short. We will be popping some more leaf code onto this, just, you know, so it follows on the pattern. I guess it just follows on from the rest of the pathing. And of course I've decided to pop trees on the actual path itself instead, because like I said, I couldn't actually put them behind the houses because I didn't leave enough space, and that's my fault. I didn't think about it correctly. I now want to place some dirt path outside each of the villager houses. It's just like a little walkway for them when they step outside their door, and I just think it's really cute. Now I want to make this area as natural as possible, so there's going to be quite a lot of natural decorating. I'm not going to fill it up with lots of areas for the villagers to sit and all built up and things like that. It's going to be quite natural, and you'll see what I mean as I go along with it. Now we just need to finish Miss Coco's house and then we should be ready to do a little bit more decorating. I want to put a lot of bushes and flowers around this area because like I said, I wanted it to feel natural, and I'm going to use the word I love, and that's overgrown. So that's what we'll be doing. So you know 100% there's going to be wheat field and leaf piles in this build because that's what overgrown is. Now here we are just placing down some bushes and flowers. I'm going to be doing this quite a lot in this video like I said because that's what I want to use. Don't worry, we will be using lots of different items as well to go in between these sections. So it's not going to be just flowers and trees and bushes and wheat field, even though that would be great, right? Now back here by this tree, I'm going to pop down a decayed tree, and I really love these. These are a DIY item and they're definitely really spooky, and they add to like a haunted island type of feel. But also I feel like they'd work with some other themes as well. Maybe using them on a winter island or something, so it looks like all the leaves have fallen off the trees because, you know, it's got really cold and they've just fell off like they normally do. So yeah, I think the decayed trees are an awesome item. Now obviously if you're doing a Halloween island, the spooky tree is a better option, but we're trying to keep this less Halloweeny, more spooky. I'm thinking maybe I might go around and pick all the pumpkins up actually and change them for other items, but I'm not sure because I'd rather this was spooky than Halloween, but I'll see. I'm hoping to get this island done within the next few days, but I think that's going to be a push. I still have half of this island to build, so I don't know if it's going to be done by Halloween, you know, but I'll do my best. So while I've been yapping on about this island and Halloween and whatnot, I've been using these log stakes as fencing. Now, they make a change from using fencing all the time, so that's why I decided to use them. I think they're a nice little subtle touch, like a subtle fence if that makes sense, and like I said, it just makes a change, and I really like them going along this pathway. Now, it's time to put down wheat field, and the placement of wheat field is very, very important, as we know. It's just so unpredictable when you put it down, like it might not go in the right place, it might do, you don't know. I don't like to lay my wheat field in a straight line because I feel like it just looks unnatural when you're trying to make it look like grass. Obviously, if you're doing a wheat field, it will look good like that in straight lines. But otherwise, if you want it to look like tall grass, my suggestion and my advice is to try not to have it in straight lines. Now, this gap, I felt like it needed something, so I've decided to pop the mush log there. And then by this house here, which is Roswell's house, we've put a mush partition, which I kind of like that. It looks nice. It makes a change from just putting the bushes like I have for the other 3 houses. Now back here, I want to do a bit of decorating, and we're going to be using the giant vine. Also pop down a lot of bushes, a lot of flowers, and some wheat field. Also, don't forget the glowing moss, because we've been using that around this island. It just kind of gives that magical witchy feel to the island, so that's why I've been using it. Now, the more trees, the merrier, obviously. I did pop this decayed tree down here, which I do move in just a second to replace it with a different item, but you'll see that in a bit. And it's not because I don't like the decayed tree there, it's just I wanted to give Kiki a little bit more stuff in her area just outside our house. Now here, I'm just going to be popping down some wheat field, of course, and some bushes and some more glowing moss, just everything we've been placing down already, of course. And then this mush partition just to kind of cut that whole area off without having to use a fence. Now, while I'm just doing some more natural decorating and adding leaf piles, of course, I'm going to talk about my other island. So I reset Pumpkaboo, and I'm going to be doing a winter island. I will reveal what sort of winter island when I do my first video for that. I'm aiming to have my first video for my winter island ready for November. So probably the Wednesday after, obviously, Halloween. Because Halloween is on a Monday the 31st, and then the 1st of November is on a Tuesday, so hopefully the 2nd. I've never fully completed an island set in winter, so hopefully I can do it this time. I'm going to try my best. I think it'll be fine. I have some cool ideas up in my brain, so hopefully they all come out nicely, and I end up having a winter island, because I'd really love to have a winter one. Okay, so as you've noticed, I've started putting some more items down around this area. We've popped a lovely garden wagon over by Kiki's house, which I think looks really cute on that dirt path. Next to Lobo's house, I'm just placing down the cave item, and I'm going to be turning it around so that it just looks like a pile of rocks. I'm going to surround this area with bushes and flowers and trees and everything, of course, just so it looks all natural and all blended in nicely. I will be placing some more items in Lobo's yard, but we're going to be working on Coco's now. For Coco, I'm just popping down some clove signs for her. We got a wooden bucket, of course, and I realised that most of the items I'm using in today's video are actually DIY items, so yeah, there's that. I obviously really like the look of these today. I popped down a pot over here by the bridge. It just looks like she's gathering water from the river so that she can use it to wash her clothes in. Now, I really wish I put a wash tub there, but I might go back and do that later. Now, here we are back in front of Kiki's house, and I've removed that decayed tree like I was talking about. And we've popped a glowing moss shelves down there, which I think look really nice. And we've also given her a suspicious cauldron. Now, as you know, Kiki gives us witchy vibes, so she definitely needs a cauldron, but she definitely is a good witch. On this back road here, we're just placing down a wagon, and then apparently we're back over by Roswell's house. Roswell needs a well, which is quite funny because obviously he has the word well in his name, and I've given him a well, so I didn't realise that until right now, but yeah, there you go, Roswell has a well. And then we're back over by Lobo's house. I realise I'm a very crazy decorator sometimes. I like to go back and forwards to certain areas. I actually like to walk around areas. Most of what I cut out from my videos is me literally walking around and looking at a section and deciding what item I think would go well there. And that's how I work, basically. Now, over here we have Destination Signpost, which I think looked much better there than the glowing moss. And we just popped a garden rock over by the tree. Now, we're back over by Roswell's house. And I think the decayed tree would look quite nice here next to Roswell's house, so that's where I'm going to pop it. And we're going to put some fencing here. I just want to fence off this part of the yard because I will be putting an incline near here in this section because there actually is a 3rd layer of terraforming that you'll be able to reach, which is obviously off camera at the moment. But yeah, I need to put a staircase somewhere so that the island is nice and easy to walk around. Okay, so I've just finished off that dirt path and we need to put a little wooden bucket here by the well so that you can actually get the water from the well and carry it to wherever you need to carry it to. And then I just needed a leaf pile there in that weird gap that joins the pathway and the dirt path together. Now this needs to be extended just by 1 because I actually want to put a plain fairy light archway here And I don't know why I call that. It's called plain light arch or something. I don't know its real name. I don't think I'm ever going to learn its real name. Now, I know I said I was going to add gyroids to Coco's yard, so that's what we're going to be doing now. And just 3, I think, is a quite nice number for her to have, because if I put too many all over the place, I feel like you wouldn't be able to walk around the area too well. And with all those gyroids now placed down, we have finished the build. So let's have a look around the area we've done today. So there we have it, we finished the build today and the look around of the area. This was such a fun build. I enjoyed putting all these houses together and I really like how they all look in this light. It looks so nice. Now if you enjoyed this video today, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Come and join the Jellybean family. I hope you have a lovely spooky day, my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!